So now we move to the last one, issues and potentials, right? So this section actually brings together the real challenges and the opportunities for Mount Lavinia, Mount Lavinia's actual cost as well as and community, right? So earlier tabs gives us, maps, metrics, and kind of model data, right? Model data. So actually this tab actually shows what are the main problems or the issues, who is affected, and what assets exist, and what should planners do, right? So first one is actually the network overview. The network overview is it shows interactive relationship, right? As you can see here, interactive relationship with about 40 nodes. I guess it's 38 to 39 actually. So once you click there, you can see on the right side it explains the issue, right? See, so each colored circle is one idea, right? Not a kind of a ranked one, like highest to lowest or worst to best or something like that. A web, actually this kind of a web, as you can see here, all, I mean, interconnected, linked causes, effects, and opportunities, right? So there are several type of node categories. First one is root causes, as you can see here, right? Root causes, and they shows actually the deep drivers, and the environmental issues, they show the ecological harm, and socioeconomic issues, people and livelihood, and the governance issues, they shows rule and institutions. Potential, it means natural assets, and again potential ecology wise, I mean, sorry, natural assets, ecology, potential ecology is natural assets. These are the tourism assets, right? Human, human means actually community strengths, and the potential tourism mean planning tools, right? Stakeholder, it means they are the key actors, right? So then the SWOT analysis, right? So yeah, also I forgot to mention, if you select one of them, you can see these are the other connected ones, right? So see, what are the other connectors? High tourism demand, formal residents, plastic waste leakage, fisher folks, hotel and tourism industry, UDA government. So all these are connected, right? You can select one of them and see the issue in detail. And SWOT analysis, right? Here we can see SWOT analysis is kind of we can use this as a decision making tool, right? So all things are there. So overall final insight, final reflection is actually without action, environmental, social, and economic risks getting worse and worse, right? So the takeaway is again, our study area, Mount Lavinia, is kind of assess wise is kind of a rich, but governance is very poor, under high, tourism pressure, as well as and serious different kind of threats, right? So then PESTEL framework. Actually, each panel contains each framework indicator, I mean PESTEL, right? So this shows actually the local issues inside 6 wider forces, as you can see here. So the final takeaway is strong tourism demand, and weak governance actually uh, faces, I mean, face serious environmental damage. But you know, there's a kind of a pathway for this one. I mean, kind of a pure. I mean, a legal wise, there is a way to find a solution for this one, right? So, and then fourth one is actually SFA assessment. So SFA scores actually 6 planning ideas on 3 questions, right? Question 1 is actually suitability, right? Second one is feasibility, and third one is acceptability. So here you can see the intervention prioritization max is, you can see 4 zones, right? Build consensus, implement now, overcome resistance, long-term plan. Implement now in actually easier, kind of widely accepted, right? So build consensus is actually supported and kind of hard to deliver, right? Overcome resistance is actually kind of a double, but weaker actually support, weaker support. Long-term planning, it's kind of harder and less accepted. See the accessibility very low, and it's kind of a upcoming phase, I mean later phase, right? So if you click one of them, you can see the row is highlighting, bottom rows are highlighting. So key points we can to be from this SFA assessment is actually fishery infrastructure upgrade, as well as uh, you know it leads to actually high accessibility, right? Auction center, there is no proper auction center for the fisher folks as well. Also, the second key point is actually working coastal zoning and reef conservation, right? So, and the third one is actually sustainable tourism pivot, right? And then fourth one is actually community governance model, right? So what all these things tells us about Mount Lavinia, right? So there are root problems and there are crisis areas as well as assets. Actually, there are top actions. These are the high priority wise SFA, SFA high priority action, top actions that should be taken immediately, right? So we put score for them. You can see what is the rationale behind them. See the weak, if there is weak one, we give one mark likewise, right? So yeah, that's it. So final conclusion is actually Mount Lavinia faces kind of a connected coastal conflict as well as environmental damage and as well as government gaps. So, but SFA through this framework, actually SFA scoring uh, higher points. You can see here on working uh, coastal zoning, fisher infrastructure, reef protection as well as sustainable tourism, right? So that's the high priority responses. So yeah, that's it. I know it's kind of a long explanation. Actually, uh, I can do it in 5 minutes. So I'm very sorry for that. Our bonus ones, actually, you can see the user guide. See, if you feel like you are trapped or if you need any kind of guidance, you can click and go through these pages so you can see according to each page is what how should get the most out of it, right? What are the functions and features likewise. So yeah, uh, I use actually AI tools for the coding part, right? So I'm not saying like I hard code all the things, but manually I have to do some kind of modifications. Manually I have to add something, remove something, modify something, and yeah, that's it actually. So thank you for listening. So yeah, this is my dashboard.